Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of Rage TV. I am John Germain, Esquire. Now, a few weeks ago, at our last big show in the green room in Dundalk, Maryland, we saw a tag match pitting Bob Starr and the Cat Burglar against Alexander James and Chris Clow of the Winner Circle organization. In that match, Alexander James took the pinfall for the Winner Circle organization, and as a result of a pre-match stipulation agreed to by Dr. Anthony Daniels, Alexander James was forced to leave MCW. So at this time, I want to bring out one of the men responsible for ending Alexander James' tenure in MCW. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob Starr. Well, Bob, a few weeks ago, we heard a lot of smack talking about the Winner Circle organization. They said they're going to make an example of you and the Cat Burglars being washed up at our last show in the green room. Things, though, didn't go quite the way the Winner Circle planned.
Not really. See, the thing of it is, you got to always remember, in the world of pro wrestling, there's a start and there's a finish, and they missed the middle. The middle was, the kids got to go. You know, we had some weather problems, MCW rather. We were having problems, we had a hurricane, now we got a snowstorm, but the bottom line was, the veterans showed up, and you saw what happened.
Now, obviously a setback for the Winner Circle, but, you know, for you and the Cat Burglar, a respectable win. What does this mean for you personally, after having been disrespected, to go out and prove that not only can you still hang, but you can still compete at a pretty high level here in MCW?
Well, the bottom line is this: as long as the fans are behind us and they want to see us, we're going to be here. Everybody knows that I'm backstage now, and it's like, you know, you have the time of your life in the business where you're on fire and you're on top, and it's like, I'm still here. You know, Blues is still here, Cat Burglar's still here. But the bottom line is Alexander James needed to go. And, you know, they came to me and they said, we want to put his career on the line, put your career on the line. We said, that was cool. Me and Cat Burglar both had no problem with that whatsoever. But the bottom line was, Alexander James went. And what do you guys think? I think it was time for him to go, right? Oh, Jesus.
Nobody likes you either, old man. Why don't you get diabetes and die?
Well, I had a feeling we might see Chris Clow out here on behalf of the Winner Circle organization. Chris, I'm sure that the outcome of our last big show at the green room doesn't sit too well with you or your peers in the Winner Circle.
You're missing somebody, aren't you?
You know what? That's okay, Bob. Do you feel good? Did making you win for once feel good? That's right. Pat yourself on the back. You did good. Let's give it up for Bob Starr, everybody. He was in the ring for 8 minutes and didn't have a heart attack. Good job, Bob. The thing of the matter is, we didn't need Alexander James. Alexander James had everything except for a winning mentality. So you know what? You did us a favor. Thank you for helping us get rid of Alexander James. Now on to the next step. Unlike me, I'm not stuck in the past. Now, what I have standing next to me is somebody who has been reborn. Somebody who Dr. Tony Daniels took out to our retreat and made him anew. He buried the hand clapping. He buried the high fiving, the smiling, the kissing babies. He buried him deep in the woods of Centralia. And out came the Blue Haze, RK Blues. This man is ruthless. This man has been reborn. This man has a hunger and a thirst that cannot be quenched. This man is exactly what Dr. Tony Daniels and I have been looking for in the Winner Circle. Now, if you're man enough, Bob, next week, why don't we have a little match? Why don't we let the Blue Haze RK Blues show you exactly what he's learned at the Winner's Compound, what Dr. Tony Daniels and Ada Marie have taught him? Why don't we let RK Blues unleash his fury on you next week? You got the guts to take it, or have you been having too many cheeseburgers and your cholesterol level too high?
I got one thing to say.
What's that?
He's next.
He's next? Apparently he thinks he's gold. It's okay. It's okay. Make it official.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard it between the two combatants. It's going to be the Blue Haze RK Blues against Bob Starr next week here on Rage TV. But we still have a lot of action to get to here on this episode of Rage TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rage TV. I am Mark Ray, along with me for another week in a row, Earl the Pearl.
Thanks, Mark Ray. I don't mean to cut you off, buddy. I like being here third week in a row. That's nice. But what is Doc Daniels doing to these guys in Maryland Championship Wrestling? I'm all for bending the rules and all, but he's completely... I'm sorry, Nui.
Weighing 402 pounds, the Samoan Tsunami, Nui Tofiga!
He has completely took this kid, RK Blues, Ricky Blues' son, and completely brainwashed this man. Now he's Blue Haze, RK Blues.
I guess.
And he was a good kid. I mean, I've never made, hey, I know I'm ignorant and nasty, but that was always a good kid. I've known him almost his whole life, and he's just coming out here and just being nasty. And Devion Reed's not having no luck against Nui.
Devion Reed, the youngster, back in action, almost scored a victory in his first match on Rage TV, and now he's going up against the Samoan Tsunami. Who's booking this? I mean, this poor guy, he's getting thrown to the wolves against one of the biggest, most agile,
hey, brother, you want to get in pro wrestling?
at MCW, and oh my goodness!
Baptism by fire, Devion.
I think his head hit the post in the back. It flew back so far. That was a blur. Did
so
you
I understand
see
that Bob Starr is going to be back in the ring next week.
Oh! That's right, folks. If you saw the top of the show, hold on, here comes the pin. 1, 2, 3. That one wasn't even.
No problem.
That one wasn't even fair. Nui Tofiga victorious here against the youngster.
Your winner,
No problem.
Nui Tofiga!
Folks, again at the top of the show, Bob Starr going to put on his tights one more time, and he's going to go against the ring next week. And you're right, Dr. Anthony Daniels is turning these youngsters,
into zombies,
into.
man. Nui Tofiga.
I mean, you met the man yourself, right?
Absolutely.
Out of his mind.
He's out of his mind. Creepy smart. Nui Tofiga very dominant here on Rage TV. I'm sorry, I can't believe RK Blues.
MCW fans, we want you to celebrate the holidays with MCW this year. What better way to end Christmas and get set for 2012 than to spend an action-packed, body slam-filled night with Maryland Championship Wrestling? This is MCW Holiday Hell. Commissioner Jimmy Cicero has promised a night with all titles on the line. MCW Heavyweight Champion Ronnie Zuko and Jesse K, MCW Rage TV Champion Dark Carnival's Oliver Grimsley with his trusty sidekick Hocus, and MCW Tag Team Champions, the always ultra-popular Fed Up, will all be featured in title defenses. Also scheduled to appear, the return of 2011 Shamrock Cup winner Sami Callihan, the Havana Pitbull Ricky Reyes, Doc Daniels and his sister Ada with the entire Winner's Circle organization, the massive foreign threat of MAD and Dragoff, crafty veteran Hollywood Bob Starr, Italian Job Nick Saracelli, the sneaky cat burglar, the beautiful and dangerous Boss Tara with her team of the Bookies, Earnhardt's favorite tag team of Country Strong with the Extreme Chastity, Black Wall Street, the Samoan Tsunami, Nui Tofiga, the Nuclear Napalm Bomb, the Privileged One, Tyler Hilton, the monster known as Cobian, MCW's First Lady, Candy, and the return of troublemaker extraordinaire, Adam Flash. Who will challenge for the MCW Gold? Who is the man behind the blood money, offering these despicable rewards and placing bounties on the heads of MCW's fan favorites? It will all come to a head at MCW's Holiday Hell. MCW, we are Maryland Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are well underway here on this episode of Rage TV, but at this time, it's time to hear from a man who needs no introduction. He is simply your MCW Heavyweight Champion, Ronnie Zuko.
Obviously I don't. You haven't heard? Champ is
Well, you know, Ronnie, the last few weeks here in MCW, you've been on a roll. Obviously, you won the heavyweight title over Cobian. Then you defended that title against not only Cobian, but against Tyler Hilton. You have to be feeling pretty good early on in your reign as MCW heavyweight champion.
Well, absolutely. I feel great, like you said. Beat Cobian for the title, beat him for the Rage TV title, too. Oh, what are you doing out here?
Do you know what I remember about the last time I saw you in the ring?
What is that?
You lost the TV title.
Come on.
And you know what the best part about that was?
Our business, okay?
I did that. I took that away and gave it to Oliver Grimsley. And there was nothing you could do about it. That's right. You know, I've found my mean streak again. And now my whole purpose is to toy with you. And I will do it every chance I get.
Stay out of our business.
I'm not scared of you.
See this.
2-to-1 odds. What is this garbage? 2-to-1 odds. What does that even mean? Huh? You guys.
It was 2-1, right?
Mark Bray, we got a Donnybrook breaking out here. Candy, hell have no fury like a woman scorned. She has obviously hired the bookies to put a beat down on the MCW champion, Ronnie Zuko.
This is definitely a Candy that we have not seen for quite some time, and Ronnie Zuko crawls out of the ring.
What the hell was that?
Exactly, what was that?
That was an attack. That was a mugging.
And of course, our broadcast colleague, John Germain Esquire.
And the beautiful Tara, we've seen her here before. She's got
with the same perplexed look as we have here up in the bra. Hold on a second. Candy's reaching down and
she's paying them off. She did. She hired the bookies to beat up Ronnie Zuko, the heavyweight champion.
Now, normally I don't condone that kind of stuff, but honestly, can you blame her?
Yeah, you can blame her.
Of course you can. You've seen the way that Ronnie's been treating her over
She's
the last
ungrateful.
All year long.
He is the heavyweight champion of Maryland Championship Wrestling. You ought to treat him with respect. They need to be arrested.
You go arrest him.
MCW fans, we want you to celebrate the holidays with MCW this year. What better way to end Christmas and get set for 2012 than to spend an action-packed, body slam-filled night with Maryland Championship Wrestling? This is MCW Holiday Hell. On this night to remember, we are proud to induct no fewer than 6 new legends into our Hall of Fame. MCW Tag Team Masters, the Holy Rollers, longtime Maryland favorite Ricky Blues, international star and legendary Maryland villain Tom Brandy, longtime Pro Wrestling Illustrated senior editor Bill Apter, and MCW owner and Maryland wrestling pioneer Dan McDevitt will be honored on this special night. Also scheduled to appear, MCW Heavyweight Champion Ronnie Zuko and Jesse K, MCW Rage TV Champion Dark Carnival's Oliver Grimsley with his trusty sidekick Hocus, and MCW Tag Team Champions, the always ultra-popular Fed Up, will all be featured in title defenses. The return of 2011 Shamrock Cup winner Sami Callihan, the Havana Pitbull Ricky Reyes, the massive foreign threat of MAD and Dragoff, crafty veteran Hollywood Bob Starr, Italian Job Nick Saracelli, the beautiful and dangerous Boss Tara with her team of the Bookies, Earnhardt's favorite tag team of Country Strong with the Extreme Chastity, Black Wall Street, the Samoan Tsunami Nui Tofiga, the Nuclear Napalm Bomb, the Privileged One Tyler Hilton, the monster known as Cobian, and the return of troublemaker extraordinaire Adam Flash. It will all come to a head at MCW's Holiday Hell. MCW, we are Maryland Wrestling.
Welcome back to Rage TV. Mark Gray, Earl the Pearl, and there he is, the man, the big man, Napalm Bomb, going to be in action here.
There's a lot going on this week, Rage TV. We got Arcade Blues, the Blue Haze. Bob Starr returning to the ring next week. Ronnie was mugged, plain and simple.
From the city of brotherly love, the Napalm Bomb!
And of course, all this excitement is moving up to the anticipation of the big show, December 30th at the Green Room, Holiday Hell, where you're going to see that man in action. And he's had about enough of this bounty that's been around, and you better believe he's looking to settle some scores at the Green Room.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Mark Bray, with not being an active competitor in Maryland Championship Wrestling anymore, but I have heard the rumors about the bounty, and I know that a lot of the boys in the locker room are really uneasy about the bounty because nobody knows who it is. And I know firsthand from talking to the boys that their confidence level of keeping security here in MCW is at an all-time low.
Well, I have my thoughts of who it might be, but I'm not going to get into that. Mr. 300 going against Napalm Bomb
It could
here.
be anybody, and they could come into the doors right now and attack this man. That's how unpredictable
You know what? If that
they are.
happens, I'm going to be looking at you. I'm just saying.
What are you looking at me for? I'm not getting involved.
Well, I don't know where every time I see the masked people, I don't see you.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying. Now Napalm Bomb toying with Mr. 300.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to. You brought up December 30th show. Maurice is in town.
That's right. You heard that, folks. Former WWE Divas champion Maurice is going to be in town signing autographs, taking pictures, and I'll be first in line for that one, I tell you that.
Yeah, I might have to be in line behind you.
Folks, the Executioner, now the legal man against Napalm Bomb. Don't adjust your sets. It is 2-on-1 here, but even though it's 2-on-1, I think this is a pretty even matchup, Earl.
It's unbelievable. That just shows you what the bookers here in Maryland Championship Wrestling feel about Napalm. They know how talented and how dominant that the man is. You can't beat him one-on-one. They start throwing, 2 and maybe 3, like they've done with Newey in the past.
Make no mistake about it, Napalm Bomb, one of the biggest, fastest rising stars here in professional wrestling.
The Executioner is not a small man by any means. He's every bit of 230, 240 pounds. He's about 6'2" himself. So holding a man that size over your head is not easy, and he made it look easy.
Absolutely right. Now it looks like the Executioner's had enough. Mr. 300 now inside the ring. Napalm Bomb doesn't even look like he's broken his sweater.
Oh, look at that.
Ow!
Mr. 300 probably wishes he was out there throwing strikes somewhere.
Well, I was
going to
say he got a 7-10 split, but he beat me to it. I'll save that for another day. Napalm Bomb.
He's setting them up. Look at this.
Really? This is just getting embarrassing.
They don't even know
this
what
is
they're
embarrassing.
doing. Oh!
Holy cow.
He made him DDT his own partner.
And you can hear the crowd thinks it's just as funny as Napalm does, but I guarantee you those two other men inside the ring would beg to differ with everyone else in this building.
Can
He's
you
setting them
imagine
up
if
for the
this man
Napalm
had
Bomb
some
drop.
aggression? He's always smiling and happy.
Boom!
Just, destroying people.
1, 2, 3. Napalm Bomb victorious here on Rage TV. Folks, he is on a collision path with the December 30th show at the Green Room. He's looking for blood, and I better believe he's going to find it, Earl.
They're fed up. They want to know who's behind this bounty. As do I. I think the entire company is begging to find out who's going to be behind this bounty, and it's going to come to a head on December 30th. The man behind it says he will be there, and he will let us know. And Napalm's ready.
And we've seen this before.
There's
Napalm Bomb winning matches and kissing babies.
Come on.
Bright future for this young man here in professional wrestling.
MCW fans, we want you to celebrate the holidays with MCW this year. What better way to end Christmas and get set for 2012 than to spend an action-packed, body slam-filled night with Maryland Championship Wrestling? This is MCW Holiday Hell. Commissioner Jimmy Cicero has promised a night with all titles on the line. MCW Heavyweight Champion Ronnie Zuko and Jesse K, MCW Rage TV Champion Dark Carnival's Oliver Grimsley with his trusty sidekick Hocus, and MCW Tag Team Champions, the always ultra-popular Fed Up, will all be featured in title defenses. Also scheduled to appear, the return of 2011 Shamrock Cup winner Sami Callihan, the Havana Pitbull Ricky Reyes, Doc Daniels and his sister Ada with the entire Winner's Circle organization, the massive foreign threat of MAD and Dragoff, crafty veteran Hollywood Bob Starr, Italian Job Nick Saracelli, the sneaky cat burglar, the beautiful and dangerous Boss Tara with her team of the Bookies, Earnhardt's favorite tag team of Country Strong with the Extreme Chastity, Black Wall Street, the Samoan Tsunami Nui Tofiga, the Nuclear Napalm Bomb, the Privileged One Tyler Hilton, the monster known as Cobian, MCW's First Lady Candy, and the return of troublemaker extraordinaire Adam Flash. Who will challenge for the MCW Gold? Who is the man behind the blood money, offering these despicable rewards and placing bounties on the heads of MCW's fan favorites? It will all come to a head at MCW's Holiday Hell. MCW, we are Maryland Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rage TV, and Ronnie Zuko back on his feet after an interesting intro to this show where he got a bit of a beatdown.
A bit of a beatdown. The man should not have to compete this week after a beatdown like that. And Candy ought to be ashamed of herself.
Well, I beg to differ with you. Candy my gosh, you saw Candy with a dog collar on, chained to a ring post at an MCW show at the Green Room, and you think it's not okay that he got a little bit of a beatdown by the
That
Bookies?
was years of being mistreated by Candy. She deserved it.
God.
From the south side of Baltimore, at 218 pounds, he is the MCW Heavyweight Champion, accompanied by Jesse K. Ronnie Zuko!
The MCW Champion. And what about poor, beautiful Jesse K? She had to witness that violence up front and close.
You know something? I got my own problems with Jessie K after she fooled me with that fake black guy. So you know what? She gets what she deserves every time she goes out there with Ronnie Zuko.
The poor thing's probably scarred for life.
Right.
Because of Candy.
Right. As Bernie just said, he is your MCW champion. He is Ronnie Zuko. We can disagree about a many thing, but we cannot disagree that he is the top dog in this business, and it is well deserved.
Look at this. Young upstart, Nikki Saracelli.
Nikki Saracelli.
I tell you what, I like this kid.
From New Rochelle, New York, weighing at 195 pounds, the Italian Job, Nick Saracelli.
Maybe if I could get in his ear or maybe talk to him about leaving these people behind, he might have a chance in Maryland Championship Wrestling.
Well, Nick Saracelli, be that as it may, has got a chance to show that he is real business, and he is the real deal here at MCW as he's taking on the heavyweight champion. And right away, he's trying to get
the top
crowd
dog
in his favor.
Ronnie Zuko's the top dog right now. It doesn't get any better than the champion. And this is a non-title match, but if he could somehow pull out a victory, or let's be honest, even hang with the champion, he's going to shoot right past a lot of people that's in that contendership spot.
You're absolutely right, Earl. And of course, you just mentioned
beautiful
that
deep arm drag.
Ronnie Zuko is the top dog, and when you're the top dog, you got all the other dogs in the yard looking at you. And of course, coming up at Holiday Hell, he's taking on not one, but two former MCW champions for the belt, for all the marbles. Of course, I'm talking about Cobian, and I'm talking about Tyler Hilton, and that's going to be a match for the ages.
A match for the ages. It's also, stacking the deck against Ronnie Zuko. As we all know, Tyler's had a change of heart for some reason, and Cobian's always been that fan favorite. So Ronnie's got to take on two of them, and actually they're just trying to get the belt off Ronnie. Look at that.
Wow, that's a good maneuver. And of course,
Japanese arm drag, American style deep arm drag, holds the arm into an arm bar. Tremendous wrestling, and he is controlling the MCW heavyweight champion at the moment.
Nick Saracelli has all desire and all heart and speed in this matchup, and that's looking good. But hold on a second.
Oh, he didn't get champion by just sitting back on his laurels. He wanted out of that arm bar, and he busted him in the chops to get it.
And Ronnie Zuko.
Heavy super kick.
Sends a kick right into the gut of Saracelli, and he goes down. You said this match coming up at Holiday Hell is stacked up against him, but I have to disagree because don't forget, that match is no disqualification and no time limit. When you say no DQ to Ronnie Zuko, the wheels start turning, kind of like they did when you were in the Holy Rollers.
Good, because he's going to need a chair. He's going to need something because, let's be honest, they're going to double team the man. There's no doubt in my mind that Kobe and Tyler are going to try to double-team Ronnie and take that belt. So the man deserves to have a chair or maybe a Singapore cane or maybe some barbed wire.
And let's not forget,
whatever it takes
Jessie
to even the
K
odds.
is a weapon in herself.
No, she's not. She's a beautiful little fairy out there.
Do you even watch the same matches and the same shows that the rest of us do? She gets involved in more matches than anyone other than JP Callahan.
Only because she's forced into it. They're forcing her hand.
Right.
If someone's sitting there punching you in the face, Mark Berry, you punch back. You don't stand there and take it.
Well, he goes for the pin, and it's only a 2 count. But you know what, though? I don't put myself in the position to get hit because I am not a wrestler. I am not a manager. I'm a broadcaster.
Well, she is. She is a wrestling manager, and she's going to do anything
But when she's not in the ring, she's a manager. She has no business being in there. She has no business getting involved.
Ronnie's getting nasty now. He's about had enough of Nick Saracelli.
Ronnie Zuko, your champion.
And you talk about her getting involved. Look at her track record. She has managed MCW Tag Team Champions, ourselves, before she separated with JP Callahan. She has managed the Rage TV champion, Ronnie Zuko, and she has managed the heavyweight champion, Ronnie Zuko. So her record speaks for herself. She is a good manager, despite of what you think.
And now Saracelli is face planted in the middle of the ring. And
here we go.
Hold on a second. Candy, the former manager of Ronnie Zuko. And she's got another envelope.
Come on, wasn't one time enough?
Hold on a second. Hocus from the Dark Carnival.
Come on.
Sends Ronnie Zuko down.
This
Referee
is not
has
a
no
disqualification match, Mark Bray. No.
1.
How
2.
embarrassing.
And Nick Saracelli with an upset win here over the MCW champion, Ronnie Zuko.
She just paid Hocus off. What is wrong with this woman?
Well, it looks like Candy, after years of abuse, and that's right, I said abuse at the hands of Ronnie Zuko, getting a little payback with a little bit of money thrown at a couple of guys in the locker room. And Ronnie Zuko, I still don't think has any idea what happened.
Nick Saracelli!
Well, I tell you what, the Italian job, Nick Saracelli, did what he was supposed to do. He just pinned the MCW champion.
That is a big feather in this youngster's cap. And Jessie K and Ronnie Zuko. Jessie K told Ronnie Zuko who it was, and I don't know. Hocus better watch his back.
I cannot believe Candy.
MCW, we are Maryland Wrestling.